going on, guys? Let's turn it down a little bit. All right, I want to show you a picture. I actually have a better one, but I just want to show you out the book because, I'm always reading. Now, this is Montezuma, okay? Mexico. I would say around, they say the 17th. I would say earlier than that, much earlier. It's not a Mongol, a Chino, a Spaniard. This is Montezuma, okay? But do you see behind him? Do you see behind him? You know what that is? And you can see a Capitol building, like you see in every state, like you see in every country. Look, man, I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm telling you that when we fight, if we're fighting other humans, let's just put up, we're fighting hue of a man, we would just pretty much get naked and wear them out. Now we're fighting something else. We wore armor. We wore certain clothes that these idiots could never make in a million years. These buildings were not only the only buildings, but they were star forts and they were star cities. You know how you have a base, then you have the barracks, star fort, star city, and then you have the metropolis. And always the star fort and star city was around a moat where you could bring in ships. And they also had big level places. Some had like over 16 million bricks in the foundation. 16 million bricks. Let me tell you what they did. Many places that were banks, they said they built, around. They say, oh, we built it in 1895 or 1920. And after the bank shuts down because of what they were doing at the time, they demolish it. Who would build a structure? Beyond the scope, no power tools. Beyond the scope of which you can envision, because they can't even build it right now. As we did. And then tear it down 30 years later. And that's all they've done. And you can see how they implement their little weak tactics right now. And then everybody's just allowing it to be because I went to work. I got to go home. I can't go out there patrolling. You got people in the high positions of the police department. Thank goodness there are some good ones in the sheriff's department that know the game and the policy enforcers. And you wonder, how could they just be so betraying of self? Well, you know how it is when you select sociopaths. Real sociopaths. I'm reading this book for like the fourth time, and I literally could break it down, but there's so much more when you visit the actual places and you see things and you know there's some things that aren't there. And what always preludes the destruction of these magnificent, wonderful towns and cities that were inhabited by those who did not build them, could not keep the infrastructure up, could only manipulate. And we see a lot of the buildings up now. Most people just don't know what they are. First of all, those are not churches. All right, that's one of Vatican's big lies. That's not what those centers were. Never were and never will be. Regardless of their fake religion, they want to push people to do what they're doing now, so they can say, hey, well, we got them all where they want to worship something, so we'll give them a one world religion, but they'll be out of this world. We buy bottled water. You know how easy it is for them? All right, let me use this as an example. The media at one time in the 1940s and stuff like that, 50s, there was 50 conglomerates. Today there's only 6. And who controls the narrative? They all say about the same damn thing. Even Fox is part of it. Don't get it. See, what y'all not paying attention, they got the one lonely wolf against all the others. Don't play into the game. It's all satire, it's all lies, all acting. But they destroy everything, and what preludes it? A war. Especially when lives are lost. And then they have the indoctrinated young people who don't know no better. They do the killing. And you know what they do? They kill themselves not knowing it. This is how the ignorance, this is how it's usurped and how it's used, how it's just put out there and nobody really sees it for what it is. everything about history is a complete lie. But there's so many truths in there. We built these magnificent things. We built these structures, and it's just and people have a hard time understanding that because of the lie. You know that people go to other countries, right? To have a good time. And you know what our old pale skin brothers do when they go over there? The agents of chaos. Oh, be careful of them Negroes. Or when they see rap music, because of the Zionist agenda behind it, mitigating these little weak Negroes running around acting like they tough, they ain't nobody, want to be he's and she's and it's and thems, to push a music out there that would influence our people to further have self-degradation. So they go over there, and it's not all pale skins. They got these pale skins that go over there, and they tell these people all these lies, and then people look at these videos and the music, and they don't get to meet the real us. And then they wonder why we angry. Half of the freedom they have was because of us. People think I'm crazy because I say we were the Republic. The Federalist Papers were the last of our truth. People have a hard time accepting that. I've been doing this for far, far too long. There is nothing new. They got everybody believing gas and electric stack. Are you aware that we had vehicles that didn't need a battery? No, seriously, we had vehicles, electric vehicles, flying machines, that there's no gravity, people. The earth, everything you see is a lie, a contemptuous lie. And they have reverse engineered and they've mechanized the stuff to be used against us and everybody. You go by that water, right? Watch one day, everybody goes by the water, and all of a sudden people stop dropping dead from high blood pressure or heart attacks because it's colorless and odorless. Who owns all the water companies? I don't care about all the different labels. Who owns all the water companies? The plastic that is put into, the labels, the filtration systems that are utilized if they're using them. Why are our people why do they have a hard time saying, you would never, I like to invent, you would never see me trying to get no patent, never get in ever since that little Irish dude stole my tank screw. No more. That fake Irish dude stole my tank screw. The guy James, same name as mine. I still got all the documents and everything. No more. You will never see me patent anything, from the smallest to anything big in my skin. Of course, you look at J.P. Morgan. He's a Rockefeller, right? And how many people they've had taken out by hit squads, this, that, and other, because they didn't want what they were researching to get out there. They figured they had done their duty by subjecting and subduing people, by making sure more people were ignorant. A lot of persons came here just ignorant. You see them little racists. They the dumbest, the Aryan Front and all. They the dumbest sons of walking the planet. And they don't even know what they're doing to themselves. If they actually knew something, they would stop. Now you have many who have gotten away and said enough of that. And they would tell you, But the problem is the majority, there's hate. And where's it come from? It ain't coming from us, man. And then our hatred in return, and all those who walk on our land don't get it. That it's a deeper resentment and deeper hatred that they don't have no focus with. Many of our brothers and sisters. I'm not saying this to push an agenda. I'm just saying this because if you pay attention to the media, you go stir crazy. But if you look at what's really going on in the world, which they're not going to talk about, it can drive you crazy if you're not, solid. You see what I'm saying? We have to be solid, man. We have to tap into our light, man. I mean, there's no way around it. We have to tap into our light. You there? Now somebody's popped up. Y'all know I have a screen where all I see is my red bed in my head. Who's that? Oh, Rhonda, what's going on? ABJR, I gotta touch the screen. Rep, what's going on, baby girl? Lamones, what's grabbing, brother? All right. Carl, what's happening? Hey, Doris Sleeper. Jay, nothing much, man. Just had to talk about it because, I've been doing this Tartaria thing since I was in middle school. Actually initially with Miss Bisco, but I used to go to Montclair Library and get all the art books, and I used to draw all these buildings. I used to get in trouble even mentioning the name Tartaria back then. You know, back in the 70s. Yeah, man, you get tagged up in that damn closet, in that jacket, wherever I put the lunch pills and the jackets. We had no refrigerator. You had a brown paper bag lunch. Yeah. Put it back there, hang your jacket up on your number, and conformity, indoctrination. But everybody always talk about Tartaria, but the star forts and the star cities were very important. They always want to tell you about the Hindenburg and the other one, right? When I tell you there were thousands of blimps that flew all over the place. They want you to believe that they built the Chrysler building. They didn't build that, man. And man, I've been to so many places and seen some things that if I would have went there without knowledge, I would have never noticed. Whether it be in Florida, Louisiana, it don't matter. Nebraska, I went directly to the places because of where it's written that most people would normally never go to. But I also see the agenda behind that. Now there's people who want to explain away the truth, who don't know the truth, or who want to stay away from the truth, and they want to explain it as if they had something to do with it. I'm sorry, my pale-skinned brothers and sisters. Y'all weren't here like that in America. Y'all came on boats by the droves. And a lot of y'all, your parents were either orphans, adopted, or criminals. I'm serious as a heart attack, except for those who have the same nonsense you see going on today, who have always kept those positions going, who killed Madison, was it Madison and Lincoln? Lincoln wasn't the president. There was nobody before him. There was no damn Washington. History is such a big lie. They have taken every actor, every character, and made them into a vaudeville show and gave you a splay of nonsense. And then, you always get the people, what about the replica? Mayflower? I don't want to hear that. We had boats. It's known we had boats 5 times, 6 times, 10 times bigger than that. But nobody wants to acclimate to that truth. Man, I just want to see y'all reach in and find that greatness that's within you. I really, really want you to dig in there. Somebody else said something? I really want you to dig in there and find that greatness in you. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to be lethargic. We're not going to build those buildings again, not now at least. And you don't have to invent something, but there's a greater you. I mean, a powerful you. You gotta find him or her. You gotta go in there, y'all. Y'all gotta, I'm telling you, you gotta find it. I just want to come on and say that I will be reading all day tomorrow. I'm not going nowhere, doing nothing. I did a lot of vacuuming, cleaning. I got to do some dusting. Obviously, I hate dusting. I got to organize some stuff. Man, but I'm definitely we're going to do some reading, man. I'm incorporating a new book too. All I've been doing is sitting here reading, y'all, since y'all last saw me. And I keep hearing these things, I keep having this feeling like this. I can't say it because, they try to make you like you're crazy or something. And y'all know what, And I was like, and I walked away and tried to ignore that one. And it came right back strong. I was like, man, these motherfuckers playing the game. Then I sat down, cleared my head empty. Yeah. It's like a day, it's like a dream in the daytime. Like a story that I ain't got nothing to, and I said, you know what? I'm going to tell a story, but y'all got to dig deep. Y'all got to dig deep because we were a great people and we still are a great, great people. I mean, beyond majestic. We are truly a great, great people. A wonderful, loving people. And so many of us are really, really lost. If you ever listen to any old timer, well, hear this one. We got to come together, y'all. What was that song in the 60s? Come together right now. Something like that. I forget the name, but for real. A great, grand people. War will beat you down. War will tear you up. And we all have been at war nonstop, knowingly and unknowingly. And you can see that we're strong. And though there's a lot of manipulation, a lot is going on, we are resourceful. It's sad that so many make the wrong choices in life, though. Dig deep. Dig deep. I mean, there's a greatness in you. You don't even attempt to think of how great it is. Just dig for it. Allow it to flourish, to blossom and bloom. Bloom and blossom, however you want it. Allow it to be like the cherry trees. To be so brilliant, like autumn. And all its magnificence. Allow yourself. Okay? I'm telling you, man, we all we got. Somebody asked, what was that? Hold on, somebody called up somebody said, how does the Phoenician fit in? They came before the Tartars or at the same time? You know, I leave all that alone because they messed with it so bad. But Tartaria has been around for millennia. That's thousands of years. It's not. All the children, everybody played, everybody spoke to each other. There was no payments. All that is based in the 1800s. Lincoln was murdered, 1865? Then everything changed. And you saw it. And then once he was murdered, our troops, we never really lost nor won that war. We were betrayed from the inside out. It's how it works. So the Phoenicians, I'm reading about all that. I always say it's good to have a little bit of knowledge, but they have messed with so much. They have plagiarized and they have perverted so much history. And look at what they've done with our years. I would say worry not about it. For conversation, I guess if you want to use that for a conversation topic or something, do the research. And whatever you find, allow yourself to open up so that way you can see what needs to be seen. I do know some stuff, very little. Most people say it's a lot. I just don't, unless I'm reading, I don't find it important. I find right now, in the moment, and not living it lucid, of the importance. So when I read, that's when I'm giving direction and focus based on history, conceptualization of others, and what we're seeing right now, that it's always been there. We just didn't have somebody to nurture us, or we didn't listen, or we were too involved in things that really didn't matter. I look at all the things that I was involved with, it helped create me, but there was so much of it I didn't have to utilize. I didn't need to know, but it's part of my diary on earth here. I want y'all to pay attention. Just dig deep. Do not conversate with those who cannot conversate with you about those things. Find those who can have that conversation. And be mindful and pay attention to them too. But be mindful and pay attention to yourself. Yeah, I love all of it. I love all the art. Yeah, it's about the I do. Yet there's so much of it is a lie. So much. I forget how many paintings were literally whitewashed. I think it's over 1,000, something like that. I got to look into that again. It's been a long time. No, as a matter of fact, it was like over. What was it? It was like over 10,000 paintings were whitewashed. It might be well over that, but this individual was going around, and he was part of the curators who would chip paint and see that, you know, the original, Mozart, whatever behind the painting, and our history, they had to eradicate it. These people who became the 13th tribe, well, the leaders. We don't really know why. Well, I guess they saw the power, but they said we're not doing nothing with it because they were warlike people. And here we were living amongst all of them, the new Christians, the Muslims, the Mohammedans, who protected us. And then here they convert to us and they planned a coup d'etat to take our position and push us out from all over the world. And then to eradicate and rewrite the history and then to subjugate the people. You see everything they're doing and nobody's going against it. Not even those who know they're not the same. It's amazing. I'd rather somebody come and say, man, I'm gonna blackmail you, man. I got this on you, that on you. Well, I'm gonna tell everybody because I don't care. I'd rather be on the good winning side than, you know. Because a lot of people in positions that, or there's some who just know some things, and if they was to tell you the truth, they would tell you the truth with a whole bunch of lies. Somebody said there's a doctor that's going around talking about, he was a surgeon, but he worked with a lot of government stuff, right? And he got to see a lot of things and writings and stuff. And this guy looked like he was some kind of super GHG steroid, but he also looked like he had a ton of plastic surgery. When I pulled him up on Google, I don't want to watch his videos. I don't want to hear what he's got to say. But they say, yeah, he's talking about evens, extra, you know, the what they call the aliens, and he's talking about which is old stuff. And he's talking about all the technology, and I'm like, so what? How long I've been telling y'all about this? You know, the guy. I told us how long I've been saying this. Yeah, you've been saying this since high school. All right, man. I'm like, I worked at Thomas Edison's building on the first floor, Acro Welding. I worked on the second floor learning carpentry. But I paid attention, I knew the whole building, and I looked at those things that weren't even there. And I knew two older gentlemen, one in the 90s and 100s, who worked there as children. And they told me, I always meet the people that tell me the things I'm really not asking for. I just want y'all to dig deep, man. I need y'all to tap into that light, that source. Y'all really got to dig for it. You got to be careful, but walk on the wild side. All right? Anybody else say anything? That helps, thanks, because you mentioned art. Oh, okay. I'm speaking. Shay Davis. Love you, bro. Hey, Carl. Yeah, I know. When you didn't see him run, I was like, yo, he in the house. Hey, Rhonda, you ready for March 18th, 19th, man? Yo, I'm looking at like what room. I don't know. I think one night might be enough. God, you know me, I'll bring a tent out there. You know, sleeping bag, you know, whole shit with that, bang, you know, buddy heater, you know. So I might, one of the rooms I like is like $93 for that day and night. So I'm going to get there early enough where I can enjoy that mug until the next day. And then, you know, we go out there and see what we got to see, check the land and everything. I'll set my tent up out there, man, as long as I know, you know, what's out there, the bugs, snakes, and all that. Because you know I'm going to be lock and loaded. It's Arizona, so it's east. So, yeah, you know, if you're ready, bro, I'm definitely ready, man. But anyway, we'll chat about that in our room. You know we chat at. So, yeah, I wish a lot of y'all would come out and be with us and can enjoy the time, the small time we had together. It's only going to get longer. And yeah. Anyway, I hope y'all share this. Get more people to hit that like, you know, and to watch it, so we can work with their little algorithms. I'm not going to be putting a lot of content on, but once I get to that 3,500, I'm going to tell that story. I'm definitely going to tell that story. And then most people, there are a lot of people who subscribe to my channel, but they don't really, they be on Instagram, this, that, and other, but they don't go back, because they're always rolling the notifications. They're always rolling them out, you know, rolling them off every time they make an update. So I know a few of them that say, I didn't know, and so they hit it. And y'all come over here, and I appreciate it. But we got a lot of work to do, guys. All right? So my beautiful sisters, to my beloved brothers, y'all have a grand evening, all right? Oh, I'm good. I'm grand, man. Oh, I want y'all to, I need y'all to feel this grandness. And there's people in here that actually know me. Personally, like, this is personal right here, right? We're going to say that, tribe up, right? But the people that actually know me. And I'm always, even in the worst of situations, I'm grand. Oh, believe me. I appreciate it. Are you all right? Is everybody in the chat okay? If you're not, you say you're not. And we get you all right. You hear me? I appreciate that, Jay. But anyway, yo, I want y'all to have a wonderful evening. All right? Go easy on yourself. Tomorrow's just another day. I appreciate that. Tomorrow's just another day, and we make the best of it. You hear me? We make the best of it. I know you awesome, bro. I know that, bro. But I want to say, everybody, y'all have a grand evening. Appreciate you, and I love you all. You know it. Y'all have a good one.